In the remote outskirts, nestled between the trees of mystery, stood an old house that seemed peaceful and dormant. The Weller family, searching for the tranquility of the countryside, moved in, but the calm quickly transformed into a nightmare. From the very first night, they heard strange sounds wandering through the old house. Whispering footsteps echoed in dim corridors, and indistinct murmurs emanated from closed rooms. Initially, they dismissed the noises as typical sounds of an old building. However, over time, things changed. The sounds became more pronounced, forming eerie chants in the early hours of the morning. No one could pinpoint the source of these sounds, and the family began to feel an invisible presence watching them. As days passed, the sounds became clearer, turning into terrifying melodies. The family started to sense that there was something unseen observing them. One night, Sarah Weller, the mother, awoke to a strange noise coming from her son's room. Anxious, she went to find him asleep in a peculiar position, affixed to the wall as if trying to escape from something terrifying. On his back were strange and deep scratch marks. The family was astonished and frightened. They decided to seek help, but when they attempted to leave the house, they found the doors tightly sealed, and they couldn't exit. They felt isolated, as if the house itself were breathing with a life of its own. In one of the nights, they awoke to find their son sleepwalking, uttering cryptic phrases and drawing bizarre symbols on the walls. The family, gripped by fear, began to witness objects disappearing and reappearing in strange places. The sounds would fade and return suddenly, creating an atmosphere of perpetual tension. With each passing day, the intensity of the sounds and the nightmares escalated. Items vanished and reappeared in odd locations, and the family felt the house breathing with a palpable eeriness. Every moment felt like teetering on the edge of madness. As the days turned into nights, the family experienced an increasing sense of isolation. They could only visit the house for essential purposes, and each time they entered, it felt like a moment on the brink of insanity. One dreadful night, the silence shattered with a loud noise from the upper floor, a sound akin to a scream tearing through the air. Since that moment, no one heard the family's sounds again. Upon investigation, the house revealed no apparent abnormalities, but those who entered afterward reported an uncanny stillness. The once active dwelling now stood as a silent testament to the mysterious and unsettling events that unfolded within its walls.